So, a new Helluva Boss episode's out, so you know what that means. Time for me to probably criticize it. Warning, the show is for adults, and it, well, not really for adults, it's just, intense cartoon action. Okay, let's review. This is definitely an interesting episode. Hey, it's me, I'm Show Reviews, and today we'll be finally reviewing episode 5 for season 2 called Unhappy Campers. I already watched this the second it came out. Well, not really the second, but the day it came out, and yes, this is a later review because I was doing some things, of course. But anywho, this episode's out. I watched it, and I gotta say, it is not bad, but it is definitely not the best that we've seen. It's probably the best we've seen in a while, but let me go explain this episode. So first, let's do a quick little recap and everything that happened in the episode, then I'll be telling you my thoughts on what I think happened in the episode. So, Blitz is trying to go sneak into a room, which I thought would be Stolas's, hospital room, but nope, it's the psych ward for homesick crazy addicts, and his sister's there, and he's looking for his sister, but his sister left, and he wants to know where his sister is, but she doesn't want him to know where she is. But that's Blitz's story for this episode, looking for his sister. Then we jump to Ready Back to the Business, where this dude wants someone else to be dead, because this whole entire show's literally about that. It's about people hiring to go back to Earth and kill people they hated. So it's this guy now. It's a weird design. Looks like it came something from Cartoon Network's with the whole boss show, the evils, whatever that thing was called, the villainous, if that was called. It looks like it's a character out of there. But anywho, he wants someone dead. But the thing is that he doesn't know who killed him. So it's a murder mystery, if you will. So now it's time for another Moxie and Millie episode, because did we actually ever have a Moxie and Millie episode? I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah, I think it was Lululand, but it was like a mix of everyone. But this is finally a Moxie and Millie episode, so let's go. Until it turns out it was actually a Millie episode all along. But still mainly Moxie and Millie, because don't get me wrong, it's still mainly them. So now they ask Blitz. Blitz is still busy uncovering his secrets, or his sister's secrets. So after that, it's time for them to go and find out who murdered him. So they go to Earth and find out. Since obviously Celeste is not around to give them their human disguises, they have to go and put on these disguises, and they kind of swap gender, as Moxie's now a weird, edgy teenage girl, a popular girl as he called it, and also Millie is now just a popular dude, because why not? And the thing is that Millie already has suspects on who it actually is, and instantly almost knows who the person is, but then Moxie gets mad because he wants this whole mystery thing, and he's like, oh, he's the first person you see, is always not it, even though this time it is, and all the evidence is on there. If a police saw that, they'll be like, that's instantly the man. But she ends up going along with Moxie because she's just so sweet, and that's what the whole episode's technically going with. Moxie, or Moxine, tries to go and be cool with the cool girls. I sound like Gru, but of course that fails. Then Millie, I forgot what's Millie's alter name. I forgot. Anywho, Millie starts to be so cool without even trying to be cool. She's just being herself, and she ends up being like the coolest person at camp. Even the cool girls like her, and of course that makes Moxie extremely sad because he wants to be cool. A whole song happens, but it's just not a normal song. Yes, it wasn't anything to go right home about, but the thing was that it's Millie's first song and first time ever hearing her sing, which is pretty cool, and that's why she says now she knows why Moxie always sings, because she likes singing when it's just about things she likes. And of course Moxie's still mad because everything's not going his way. They have a fight for the first time ever, so character development or development, what would you call that? Millie tries to make Moxie more popular, with Moxie having another song, with her being the ukulelist, but of course that ends up going down in his favor, and everybody's just back on Millie's side and not really caring about Moxine. A whole entire week goes by, they keep trying to find it out, and of course Millie already knows who it is, but still going along with him. Moxie eventually goes to the camp, where of course, Millie goes on the stage, and they work everything out. Then we see Blitz is here, because Blitz found out that his sister's on Earth. And he was still doing a whole entire mission for a whole entire week. So of course now both of them is going to the camp, or the place. We found out that's his sister with her human disguise, and of course she's doing another drug business, because why not at this point? We get more smooth animation, and we find the guy out, and they're busy fighting to keep him alive. One side keep him alive, and one side keep him dead. It's just a whole thing, until he ends up dying. Yeah, he's dead. Then we find that the sister doesn't want to ever see him again, and that's why he's trying to make amends with the sister, but she never wants to see him again, which is just rest in peace, Blitz. Of course, everything is solved between Moxie and Millie. They both understand everything, and things go downhill. Then they're back, and then Moxie was about to go Blitz was about to tell Moxie how of a good employee he was in that mission. He got so excited. And that smile ended. It ended too soon. Too soon. And this is literally the best shot in the entire trailer. It's the reason why it's on the thumbnail. At the end. So that was this episode. And also, this is probably the best animation scene ever. Like, why is this so smooth? Why is the lighting so good? Why? Anywho, guys, if with this episode, Unhappy Campers, I gotta say, it's still pretty funny with some of the funny humor bits, you know. At the end of the day, it's nothing huge when it comes to story. At least Moxie and Millie had some more character development and also some more episode time to shine. It was another Back to Earth episode, which was pretty interesting. And I do think it's honestly not a bad episode, but it's still an interesting episode compared to Saturday episode 8. I still do not like it. Don't forget to watch my video of me explaining why. And I do think, like I said, this episode is pretty funny and just, I guess, interesting since there's some things new we have actually never seen before, like a whole murder mystery. So really do like that. But anyway, you can tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think about episode 5 out of season 5? It's definitely, I think, better than the last season, episode 4. I do think episode 4 was okay, but this might have been better, but I still don't know. It's pretty tricky to think about. But anywho, that's it for this episode review or my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on this episode. Now, as a quick rundown of episode 5, Unhappy Campers.